Volo Airsport is now available as an early access title from volo-airsport.com. For those of you that don't know, Volo Airsport is a wingsuit skydiving simulator by Ramjet Anvil. Now, it has to be said, this is very much a alpha, pre-alpha, very beta, early access game, and as such, it doesn't have that much in the way of gameplay. But it does have initial beta DK2 support and some absolutely incredible flight or freefall mechanics. Normally, if you've played any other sort of wingsuit skydiving games, they don't really manage to capture the essence of what it's like to plummet to your death from the sky whilst clipping mountainsides. But Volo really does. Now, I'm going to jump in with the Oculus Rift DK2, of course. I've got it on my face. And you really need an Xbox 360 controller for this. It's what they've sort of designed it. Though you can play it with a keyboard and mouse if you have to. Let's pick a spawn point to get going. On top of this hill looks nice. This is I'm really high up. It looks absolutely incredible. They've done a really good job with this terrain. It just looks really nice. I think they're using some kind of procedural terrain generator. But here we go, jumping in. Whoa, flying to the mountain at the speed of sound. Whoa. I think there's another guy down there flying along. I'm going to try and follow him. What's he doing? What's going on? Whoa. You must have a jetpack to be able to be doing that. But what is going on? This is absolutely insane. This looks incredible on the Oculus Rift DK2. The environment and the sense of being above the ground. This is exactly like DCS in that you really do... Oh, I'm going to hit that if I'm not careful. Oh dear, I've lost momentum. Oh. You really do feel as if you're high up in the air. You can tell your height from the ground. Right, let's start again without immediately dying. Let's try and skim some hillsides. Now, I spoke briefly to the developer. They said that they're working on an update and they're implementing the new SDK that Oculus Rift just released literally today. So there's a little bit of stutter at the moment. Presumably that's going to be fixed with that. But to be honest, this is absolutely incredible. The physics on the character are also awesome. It's really tricky. I'm going to lose momentum again. Oh no. Right, we're going to do this again. It's really tricky because you have to literally balance on the air that's travelling underneath your character. And obviously you've only got a tiny wingsuit. And if you follow sort of base jumping and wingsuit flying in real life, you'll know that it's a very dangerous sport. And many people die trying it. So it's not obviously going to be the most immediate thing to pick up. Okay, let's try and keep enough forward momentum so I don't just plummet into the ground. It's really nice though, like using the analog stick on the left to steer, and you can move your camera with the right stick. You really do get really precise control over the character. Like, see, now I'm taking it a bit more easy. I'm just going to keep a nice altitude. But you can tell immediately that it really does have the depth, so that if you take it easy, you can take it nice and easy. But when the developer presumably puts sort of objectives and like hoops to fly through or things to collect in the environment, flying close to the ground accurately is going to be really tricky, but also really rewarding to get it right. And this actually looks absolutely bloody fantastic, as this hillside is next to me. I don't know if it's got a first person view, but I really want to see what this is like in first person. Oh my god, this is like some kind of crazy Swiss mountain range. Oh, the grass, it's not even got, it's just a grass texture, but the way the hillside is fading to the grass is really nicely done. Just the texture, it's simple, but it's doing the job. And it just feels like I can't, no parachute. Smooth landing. Oh, broken legs. It's fine. It's fine. We're all good. Yeah, Yeah, it's just a texture. There's no like grass or anything on the surface, but nonetheless, it's really effective when you're flying through the air. That's not what you're thinking of. You're not thinking, oh, there's no objects. Maybe there's an option in the graphics to add grass. Let's see. Window, field of view, target frame rate. Let's put that up a bit. Shadow. Oh, okay. Shadow tree distance. Oh, here we go. Oh, we've got trees. So, but even without any trees or objects, it looked really nice. Oh, here we go. Let's put some grass in. This is nice. You can just. Oh, there we go. You can just use the slider. I'm getting a bit slower down, or maybe it's because it's loading in. We'll see. And you can control everything, the amount of trees, the grass, and the terrain mesh resolution, which is nice. These are all sort of just fundamental things, and having a slider will guarantee that people can literally get it on the making sure that they can run the game at 75 frames per second that's required for VR. Let's see if that runs smooth. I might need to reduce it. Oh no, we seem to be okay, I think, for the most part. We need to definitely worth tweaking the graphic settings. For now, and just for this video, all I'm really interested in is just flying around. But it feels incredible. You really do feel like you're riding on a cushion of air as the trees appear. Oh my god, we're going to hopefully get enough forward momentum. There we go. I mean, all they need is some basic objectives, and I absolutely love. Oh no, we're not going to make it. I love physics-based games. That's why I spend hours on driving simulators. But this, in terms of as for the sort of flying aspect, it's got that really granular, responsive control that you don't normally get in flying simulators, because you're normally in a plane that sort of filters a lot of what's going on with the air out of things. This is absolutely stunning to play. It feels so good. I've got to get into first-person view. Let's try and skim these trees a bit. This feels so good. This is really, really good. I mean, there's no gameplay. It is $20. There's no real objectives, but oh no! If you just want to fly around like a fool, is good enough already. Let's spawn selection. Okay, yeah, that's where you can choose your spawn point. Not sure about the UFO sound. Obviously the controls. I want to see if I can change view. Look behind. Change viewpoint. Joystick button 9. Unfortunately, I don't know what joystick button 9 is. Okay, select is reset. Shoulder buttons. I'll let you. That's left shoulder buttons. View behind. Oh, that looks so good. That looks so cool. Unbelievable. Just a really nice little blue trail behind you, but it looks really good in 3D. Oh, I mean, when they if they do a character model that looks realistic, it's just going to be so nice looking at it. And maybe if they even get like basic cloth physics, even if it's just an animation, it'll just look fantastic. We need first-person view. It's not Y. Oh, Y closes his arms in, so you can really get really fine control over how your character moves. Oh, there we go. In our first person, right. Oh, that's difficult. Right analog, clicking the right analog stick gets into first person. Now, I think it might be quite hard to get a feel as to the dynamics. And oh no, it seems all right. I think it's very easy to get into a stall, and being able to see the character model explains why you're stalling. So it's probably a good idea for them to start off in third person as they have. This actually seems really approachable. This is so insane. Can people do this in real life? Absolutely. You'd have to have testicles the size of elephants, and you'd have to have a couple of screws loose to want to do this in real life. But as a DK2 experience, oh my god! As a DK2 experience, this is up there. I have to say. You might want to into the ground. You might want to hold off until they get the new SDK working and maybe get the direct to riff mode working, so you don't have to run it in extended. But oh my god, this is incredible. Let's try and go for that ravine over there. Oh, this is so good. Just looking down, you feel like you're flying. I think this might, it's not affected me for motion sickness, but I can imagine because there's no reference of a cockpit and because you're zooming along, I can imagine this might make quite a few people feel a little bit motion sick. Then again, I'm pretty sure wingsuit flying would make quite a few people feel motion sick. But this is absolutely incredible. Oh, it's so hard to balance, but you really feel it. Oh shit! Oh god! If you pull up on your wingsuit too much, you just stall. You really do have to. There's a really fine point of balancing it and getting it just right to make sure that you're actually on the cushion of air and not stalling and flipping over. But what's cool is you can actually stall to then do a roll and do tricks. So I'm just really excited for how this is going to develop into the future. But I'm going to cut this video short. I'm definitely going to make more of this. Absolutely incredible. Might be worth waiting before getting involved in the early access, unless you if you're like me and you love physics games, and flying as I say is very, very much early access, and there's no real gameplay. It's just the physics. But that's enough for me. It might not be for you, but if you like this sort of thing, then I definitely recommend it. Volo-Airsport.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, subscribe to the channel. You know the routine. Like us on Facebook. Once we get 100 likes on Facebook, we're making a cake. That's going to be exciting for sure. It probably won't be, but it'll be exciting. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.